this isn't the domain. How? Oh, wait a minute. I remember now. Well, hello. Isn't this Earth? It's your ferocious neighborhood demon come to stay. Hard to believe it's already been a week. If only Landlord Mortal was more strict on this decor policies or whatever, I could have this place looking like a proper demon's lair in no time. Fire and brimstone and all. But I guess this'll do for now. And if he thinks about suggesting those Christmas lights he showed me on Quickgram, I will not be amused. That reminds me. What time is it? He's supposed to come over for something or another. I don't really know. Where is that infernal rectangle? It's gotta be somewhere. For something so important to these mortals, why does it have to be so damn small and hard to find? Ah, there it is. He must have thought it was so clever making that smiling purple devil my background. I don't know why I kept it. Frankly, it's rather insulting. I'm gonna get him to show me how to change it somehow. Let's see. 4:30. When did he say he was gonna be over? Well, speak of the devil. Are we still down for 5:30? Ah, shit. That's an hour from now. So much for me having a lazy day. I suppose I must be productive in this world after all. What's that smell? Ugh, it's me. He never did show me how to work that shower contraption. Well, I guess there's no time to learn like the present. I still need to get used to this hybrid human form. I wonder what my associates back home would think if they saw me like this. It feels so tight in this body, so restrained. A full-blown demon would scare the mortals too much, but this just doesn't feel like me yet. And smelling this putrid won't help too much either. Alright, let's see this dial. At least there's an arrow pointing one way. Come on. There. Not so terrifying are you now, huh, Mr. Shower? Even a demon could do it. I see he left the soap we picked out together. I think he called it cinnamon. That does smell way better. Almost devilish. I'm definitely making him buy more of this stuff. Ah, that water hurts. Way too hot. Way too hot. Sweet Lucifer. What kind of demon can't take the heat? Stupid human flesh. Wait a minute. Something else is wrong. Ow. It's not pain, but something is happening. I feel like I'm gonna burst. This doesn't feel good. Am I gonna explode? Did the hot water do something to me? No, wait. The water touched my hand, not my stomach. Huh? Am I leaking? Oh, no. I think I know what this is. Think Lucifer had to go to the shower. Now I really need to get cleaned up. Not half bad. Just wish these pants weren't so restricting. That'll be him. Good evening, Landlord Mortal. What's so amusing? I don't understand. You are immortal, and your title is Landlord, is it not? You're joking. Then what should I call you? If we were in hell, such impudence would get your tongue cut out. You're lucky I find you tolerable. What's in those bags you're carrying anyways? Ah, yes, I remember. You promised to teach me how to cook. Although I don't know why. Those snacks you brought me here on the first day were absolutely demonic. Did you bring any of those green tea Reese's, by the way? I quite enjoyed those. Very well. What are we making? Is that considered a normal meal on Earth? I shall take your word for it. Although I don't know if I should, considering you lied to me about your name. But I digress. Very well. We shall make this together. Just put the bags down and tell me what you need me to do. Why, yes, I know my way around a blade or two. Well, in hell I was highly tolerant of flames, but alas, that doesn't seem to be the case with this infuriating mortal coil. It only brings me pain, not excitement. I shall tell you more later. It's too embarrassing. What must I do? Garlic is an irritant for vampires, not demons. Although we are in the same circles. I don't know what you mean by mince. Can you show me? Very impressive. Allow me. How can you cut with these? They are nowhere near sharp enough to pierce flesh, let alone ingredients. I will make time to sharpen these, but this will do for now, I suppose. What will you be doing? All right then. Just hand me whatever it is you want me to cut. Earth is alright so far. I haven't really left the apartment. I want to practice human interaction with my fellow residents before venturing out into public. Most of them aren't willing to practice with me. I either get glares or polite indifference. And then there's the older woman who lives next door. She seems a little too enthusiastic about me moving here. Well, when I walk to the balcony at night to relax, she always seems to be watching. Particularly when I bend over for some reason. What she can possibly enjoy from that, I don't know. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to explain what bummed out means. I'm still learning your human phrases. Certainly not. You're presumptuous. Awfully inquisitive tonight, aren't you, Landlord Mortal? Is this normal for humans? Asking so many questions about someone's day in life. This will definitely take some getting used to. I'd be happy to talk with you about these things, but shouldn't we focus on the meal first? I'm done with what you've asked of me anyways. Very well. Here. Anything else? Oh yeah, right. Quick, Graham. Mind if I take the photo this time? I've been practicing. What do you think? Thank you. Although I'll need you to write the hashtags. I'm still working on not sounding too infernal. Perfect. With that out of the way, how long until dinner is ready? I suppose I can wait, although I am famished. The appetite of humans is impressive, although as intense as a demon's for flesh, but not quite. That was a joke, Landlord Mortal. Another thing to master. Sit down and I'll try to explain. I've only been on this planet for a relatively short time in the grand scheme of things, but in this mortal coil it feels like an eternity. Humans perceive time differently than demons do. Everything is so finite. Remember how exhausted I was when you first brought me here? I didn't think you'd be able to assist me, even though it was clear that when we met you were very strong, and I collapsed onto this wonderful thing you call a bed you set up for me. But I remember you telling me not to sleep too long, as humans are only supposed to receive 8 hours of sleep. That's when I started to feel the walls coming in. Well, tell me, how many hours do humans have in your day? Exactly. So 1/3 of it is spent in sleep. Another third is spent at work. Yes, I am looking. Trying to find something that aligns with my sadistic instincts might be difficult, but I might be getting close with some, after dark findings. Anyway, the remaining third, which is supposed to be for pleasure, most of the time is spent getting ready for the next day, which I find unfathomable. You're forgetting. A demon's reason for being is pleasure. Our main source from tormenting other creatures in ways that make your fine head of hairs stand up on its end. But every moment is savored since we have no concept of time the way you do. And we perceive so much. How the shadows of flames flicker and dance. The beautiful notes of a scream of tortured ecstasy. And the salty, rich taste of the blood of our enemies. You might feel that way with your human bias, but to us it makes our existence worth living. And there's no sensuality anymore. It's diluted, wasted, and it makes this body so much more a prison. In my demon form, I was one of the finest in my race. I have no idea what the standards for beauty are here. All I feel are aches and pains and, discomfort. There was a rather unpleasant one this morning, but I'd rather not go into it. It was humiliating. But just to know that my appetite for pleasure will deteriorate as I'm constricted by this human concept of time, while this body wears and grinds down. It doesn't do well for a demon's ego. What's that liquid coming out of your eyes? Huh? No, please don't. That'll make me feel worse. And why would you cry? There's nothing more insulting to a demon than pity. Don't be so emotional. You're the only thing that is making this form existence bearable. Yes, don't be so surprised. Because you are unique. Most humans by nature are not warm and inviting. They are nasty brutes, especially to the ones they don't even know. But when you found me, your kindness was a sign that maybe all wasn't lost for me in this hellish plane. You are my constant in this new phase. Someone I know can see the real demon in me and not flinch. You are not weak, and I respect you for that. If your disposition weren't so giving and loyal, we could make a real damn fine fiend out of you. You're welcome. Although I don't know how much that statement is worth for me. What word? Fine? I meant it as good. What did you think it meant? Ah, I see. Then, actually, if we were talking about that, yes, you are fine in that way. Of all the mortals I've seen with your shape, you are most pleasant on the eyes. And that's coming from someone who has to look at themselves with a familiar form in the mirror every day. I don't like many things. This hair on my head is a mess. I feel like I'm dragging my bulky weight everywhere I go. I've never towered over others before, and this deep voice is so far removed from my demonic cries. I don't see that anyone could possibly be so attracted to this. What? Really? Well, Landlord Mortal. You are full of surprises. That is flattering. Very flattering indeed. Is there a proper way to show you my gratitude? I think this is something where I'd be very willing to try the human way. This is an emotion we demons are very familiar with, but I'm curious to see how humans handle it in a very different level of intensity. Would you be willing to teach me? Excellent. What must we do first? Like this. Pressing yourself against me tightly. Are you trying to claim me, Landlord Mortal? I don't think you'll be able to tie me down that easily, but you can try.